Well, good evening or good late afternoon, everybody. It's great to see you, and isn't it great to be back in the John A. Wilson building? I want to acknowledge our council members who have joined us, and I will also be acknowledging members of my team. I want to start with council member for Ward 5, Kenyon McDuffie. Give Kenyon a big round of applause. The Ward 8 council member Trayon White. Give Trayon a big round of applause. The council member for Ward 2, Brooke Pinto. Thank you, council member Pinto, for being here. The at-large council member and chair of the council's workforce committee, apropos of why we're here, council member Alyssa Silverman. Give her a round of applause. And the at-large council member for housing, Anita Bonds. Give Anita Bonds a big round of applause. I want to acknowledge also members of my team, the city administrator, Kevin Donahue. We just call them the Lindsays. That's Lindsay Parker, the assistant city administrator, and Lindsay Maxwell, who directs the district's office for labor. You got a lot of applause there, Lindsay. This is a good agreement, isn't it? And Lindsay, we also appreciate you stepping up in the very big shoes of Ventress Gibson and serving as interim director for the district's human resources office. So with that, we have an exciting announcement that affects 11,000 district government employees. And these 11,000 people have been showing up, working hard, and delivering for the people of the District of Columbia through one of the most stressful times that we have experienced in our history. So for these 11,000 and all district government employees, let's give them a big round of applause. And they are represented today by Lee Blackman. She is the federal director at the National Association of Government Employees. Robert Hollingsworth, the executive director at District Council 20 with the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees. Otis Johnson. Otis. The National Vice President of District 14 with the American Federation of Government Employees, and Ms. Laverne Gooding Jones, the President of AFSCME 2087. And we said, and I have had this conversation with everybody here, that we were focused on getting to an agreement with compensation units 1 and 2, affectionately known in DC government as Comps 1 and 2. And I'm grateful for this team that made it happen. And most of all, I'm grateful for the more than 11,000 DC government employees who it will very positively impact. These are the workers who make sure our trash gets picked up every single week. Give DPW a big round of applause. And I just have to pause on this. Because I know even in those first few weeks when I was at home, working from home, I was just the normalcy of seeing the trucks pull up outside made me know that things were working, people were showing up, and the regularities of life would happen again. And I know DPW gets kicked around a little bit for sport, but I want to tell our employees how much we appreciate them. Let's hear it for DPW. The employees of DOES are represented here, the district's job agency, who distributed more than $2 billion in unemployment benefits during the pandemic, and they showed up in person to make that happen. Give them a big round of applause. It affects people who maintain our government buildings, who had to pivot to make sure that people could return to school and work safe. And it also included the people who helped us get balanced budgets and revenue forecast on point and so much more. And so, as I have said before, I am grateful that our employees were with us in the beginning. They stuck with us through this pandemic, and we have done every single thing to make sure that they did not miss a paycheck in the last 2 years. And more than that, we can now live up to our commitments to make sure they are paid fairly for the work that they do. And I am proud that DC government, as I said, did not have to resort to layoffs through those very difficult times. But I also asked our union partners to bear with me when we had to do that modified budget, and they did. And we were able to live up to all of our commitments. And all that we have done is intentional, because the team that has brought our city back over 15 and 20 years is the team that we want to continue to work with. So here's the agreement. And this agreement has been forged between my very capable negotiators. I have the lead negotiator's name, Brenda Zwack. Where's Brenda? Brenda, give you a... And they have very tough negotiators, as you know. But we all came together to do the right thing for all of our constituents. It takes our employees and gives them, for fiscal year 2022, a 3.5% bonus, a 2.5% pay raise in fiscal 23, and a 3% pay raise in fiscal 24 and 25. And I think, and I know, that it's going to be a very fair agreement for all of our workers. It also increases the funds set aside for the negotiated Employee Assistance Home Purchase Program to $650,000, so we can help more employees buy a home in the city that they serve. You like that, don't you, Anita? So again, I want to thank you very much for working with us and for serving the residents of the District of Columbia. And I'm sure each of these union leaders would like me to remind you that they want to grow the number of DC government employees that they work side by side with. And as a result, on March 16th and 17th, we will be hosting a very large virtual job fair. So if you want to come and work in the best city in the world, for the best city in the world, I suggest that you get all your documents together, have your pitch ready, tell us that you like to work hard for the people of the district, and our managers are interested to hire you. So you are right, council member. Our team is, we're going to sign this and we're going to put the package together for the council. You're going to find it to be pleasure reading, I dare say. And we'll get it just as soon as we get it approved. We can start working on it. And it does take some weeks for the bonus to come through, right? And we don't want the council to be standing in between the people and their bonuses. And we definitely won't be standing in between it. So we're going to get that in all seriousness. We'll make sure the package is tight. We'll get the package to the council, and I know that they're going to turn their attention to it just as soon as possible. So once again, congratulations. After the signing, I want to invite you up to the 6th floor to my offices for a little celebration.
Let's see. Yep, I would.